how to use a gradient design like this to create a brushstroke that can be used in Affinity Designer. Please check out my earlier video on how to create this gradient. With the Move tool selected and the gradient selected, just resize this. You can resize it and move it around, and also you can hold down the Alt or Option key to duplicate the design. You can also, of course, go over to the Layers panel, right click and use Duplicate to create another copy as well. You can duplicate this design multiple times as well as resizing it. It's a vector design, it can be any size. So just resize it, hold down the Alt or Option key again and duplicate. And you can build up all kinds of different designs. Again, hold down the Alt or Option key, duplicate, and repeat this 10, 15, 20 times. Once you've got your design, select all of the shapes. All selected, you can see them selected here in the Layers panel. Go to File and then Export. File and Export. Go for PNG and go down here to Area and go for Selection Only. That's what you want, and Export. I'm going to save it to test.png. It's a PNG file. Click Save, and I'm replacing an existing one. I'm going to remove that now, just delete it. Go to the Brushes panel, you can find that in View menu, Studio and Brushes, and right side. Go down to New Textured Image Brush. Select that, and then select test.png, and click Open. And now you can see your design there. See the brush you've got. You can modify that brush. You can change it via Editor. Double click to bring up the editor. You can go over here to the Vector Brush tool, select that, and you can apply the brush while editing. Just apply, and you can just drag. Now you'll see the colours are the original colours. Got the original colours there. And the reason is over here. Top left, click there, and you've got this. Make certain that is set on. There's nothing, no colour. If you want red, just set it to red and then apply it like that. And you can see the design there. Just going to undo now. However, what you can also do is this option, stretch and repeat. I'm using stretch here. So it's stretch, so it drags it out. And you can tweak it using these offsets, etc. However, I want repeat. And it generates this, multiple copies. Now it's not particularly super controllable, and there's not many variations, no scatter, no lots of other things that would be brilliant in it. Rotation would be nice, as well as colour variants, etc. That isn't available. But you can see you can modify size variants if you want. However, you can also cut it, and that's what happens if you change this value. You can cut the design, which creates some interesting designs. But you can apply it like this. Now it's using red at the moment because that's red over there. If I click there and again set it to nothing and now apply, I can generate this design. Now what I want to do with this is I want to use that. So I'm going to close that panel now. With that brush design, I can apply it multiple times and build up all kinds of complex designs very rapidly, like that. And of course it distorts it slightly. It's virtually impossible not to, unless you're really careful the way you apply the dab. You got that design. Well, you can save that as a brush as well. Simply go again over here to the Move tool. Select all of that design, the whole single thing. And again with the Brushes panel over here, I'm going to have to save it though. So File, and again Export. And you can save it again, PNG, save it to a different size file, perfectly reasonable, and also go for Selection Only. Selection Only, Export, and I'm not going to go for test.png, I'm going to go for test1.png. Test1.png, and save. And now that's saved, I can then remove that, just delete it, right side menu, and then go again, New Textured Image Brush. So this brush panel, you can add I've been adding it to the current category. Of course, you can create a category as well and add it to that instead. But right side menu and new textured image brush. Select that, and this time test1.png. And you can see now your complex design there. A lot more complex than the original one. Click open. And now go to that one, it's highlighted, double click, and you've got the brush editor. And now you can see a far more complicated design, which again you can use as stretch. So again, vector brush tool and apply it like that. And you can see as you do that, all kinds of very unique, colourful designs can be created. But again, stretch in the body or repeat, and you can see the result there. And again, it's a pity there's always that gap. Just the way it'd be nice if you could control that and squeeze it, overlap it. Doesn't seem to be possible. You can make size obviously small, and it reaches a certain point and that's it. And close, and you can apply it again, and you can see the result and fill the entire screen very rapidly with your design. So it does obviously get slower and slower. And one thing about these always is that you can edit it. Go over to the node tool and you can modify this design. So you can always just stretch it. You think, oh, you know what? I've got a few gaps there. I want to just space it out and just drag it around. So you can build up very complex designs very easily with this. Now, it's not probably as flexible as with Affinity Photo. However, there it is. Quick way of creating some interesting brush designs and strokes and background images using Designer. Hope you found this of interest. Thank you very much.